Live from the news station, this is 7 News at 10.
Well, still ahead from the night team.
I consider it's an amazing blessing for somebody like myself that can't drive a regular two-wheel motorcycle.
But now he says the state is stopping him from saving money on his insurance. It's tonight's edition of Help Me Howard with Patrick Frazier.
Well, still ahead from the night team. He wants to pay less for his motorcycle insurance, but he says the state is getting in the way of that. The solution in tonight's Help Me Howard.
Well, coming up here in a couple of minutes, he uses a three-wheeled motorcycle to get around. Now this paralyzed biker is hoping to save money on his insurance, but claims the state is getting in the way. Help Me Howard with Patrick Frazier's tackling that.
Now the story of a South Florida man who's paralyzed from the waist down, but has found a way to get around.
His solution, a three-wheeled motorcycle. But now he says the state is stopping him from saving money on his insurance, something every other Floridian has a right to do. That has him calling Help Me Howard with Patrick Frazier.
Technically, you'd have to say Myron Rosner is disabled.
I'm paralyzed. You know, these don't work.
5 years ago, Myron had a construction accident and lost the use of his legs. But that's about the only thing he lost.
I had a lot of mouths to feed. I have an amazing wife. Actually, no time to sit back and even think about it.
Myron is a general contractor who still goes on jobs, thanks to a special wheelchair.
You see, I can even wrestle with a reporter. Come on, Patrick, here. Try to push me over.
The chair can shift to two wheels to climb steps and rolls through the dirt like a swamp buggy.
No, it's not in my vocabulary, no. Exactly the opposite.
But after he hit a roadblock with the Division of Motor Vehicles, Myron called us for a little help.
They really don't know what to do with a guy like me. I think that's part of the problem.
Myron uses his three-wheeled motorcycle to get from job to job.
Hey, everybody looks at this bike, huh?
And the state offers motorcycle riders an incentive. If you pass a class, you get a certificate that cuts your insurance by 10% a year. But the state told Myron he couldn't enroll in the class.
I have no idea. Maybe they don't have a table where my wheelchair will fit. I have no idea. There should be absolutely no reason why I cannot take the class.
After being rejected, Myron still went ahead and took the written test and driving test and passed them both. But since he was not allowed to attend the class, he can't get the certificate and can't get the $200 a year discount on his insurance.
But what makes it so silly is you passed the test anyway, despite
all these obstructions, right? Because you never give up.
But is it okay for the state to block someone from taking a class because they're paralyzed? We know how Myron feels.
My wife has always told me never give up.
But Howard, do you think the state can stop Myron from going to the class?
Yes, they can, but it's illegal. The Division of Motor Vehicles is ignoring federal law. This clearly violates the Americans with Disabilities Act, which requires that a reasonable accommodation be given so that the disabled can enjoy all the rights and benefits that anyone else does.
After I spoke to the Division of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, they told me their program will not safely accommodate three-wheeled motorcycles like Myron's. However, that may change. The state recently passed legislation that requires training for all motorcycle endorsements, effective July 1st, 2008, meaning the state will be forced to allow people like Myron in by then. As for riders who don't want to wait nearly 2 years, the Florida Justice Institute agreed this is a clear violation of the ADA, and they would be willing to meet with the riders to try and get it changed. Myron won't have to sue, though. After his insurance company found out we were doing this story, they agreed to give him his 10% discount. After all, he had passed the course, even though the state would not let him in the class. Another victory for a guy who's not real fond of being told, can't do that.
I haven't let life pass me by. I play tennis, I water ski, I swim. I've tried to instill in my children that you never give up.
One of the great things about this job are the people we get to meet. Myron is memorable. When he was shifting from one wheelchair to the other, I reached over to stabilize one of them. Don't touch that, he told me. He's independent, energetic, and it's easy to see why he's so successful. Determined to toss out a problem? Need an extra push from some TV people? Contact us. For us, helping isn't a job, it's a joy. With this Help Me Howard, I'm Patrick Frazier. 7 News.
What a great guy.
Yeah, huh?
Patrick, too, by the way.